So now the question is what do they do with the coach, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. When Bryce Harper and the Phillies were killing it in the playoffs, and, Bryce Harper, was it again Arcia, the second baseman of the
for the Braves,
the Braves, and he's kind of like
pointing
at him
and
all that business. And I'm like, that he looks just like Sirianni, who's MFing fans, and he's just barking and talking with his chest like he is the personification of the Philadelphia id. And now he is the personification of Philadelphia, what happens when Philadelphia coaches can't stop the bleeding and it suddenly turns into a total disaster. It looks like the shining elevator. Forget about stopping the bleeding. Unbelievable that this is now part of the conversation with 2 years left on his contract and just one season removed from an NFC championship and winding up within mere points of hoisting the Lombardi Trophy for Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts had this to say after the game when asked about his coach's future. Because he couldn't stop it. The defense couldn't tackle anybody. And so, of course, the leader of this team, who, thanks to last year, got a huge contract out of it, and this was the first year of his huge contract.
You want Nick back.
I didn't know he was going anywhere.
Well, obviously a lot of questions about whether.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
Nah.
Where's your confidence level in him then to fix this team?
I have everybody. I have a ton of confidence in everyone in this building. It's just a matter of us going out there and playing clean football. And that's been something that we have not done,
I honestly, if they sit there in the meetings and say, okay, we need a new offensive coordinator because that wasn't it. They didn't have a plan. Todd Bowles was blitzing the minute. You know what? The blitz call. The minute the announcer in Raymond James Stadium started the third down, like as soon as the word came out of his mouth, the blitz call was in.
Yeah.
And they couldn't stop it. And he, bless him for, living in a cocoon or where he's not hearing this conversation about his coach. Certainly in Philadelphia, where they've got sports talk coming out of their you-know-whats. And so Lane Johnson, our guest on Friday, said the words last night when asked about what the future held. He said, quote, unquote, no one is safe, said Lane Johnson. Because he knows something's up. We only see the tip of the iceberg. There's an iceberg in Philadelphia. I don't know what the hell happened with A.J. Brown needing to have the teammates over for a gathering, and then he removes himself from, Twitter and Instagram and everything. He said apparently it's got nothing to do against the Eagles. Mike Garafolo had that report on Game Day Morning. He just needed a tap out. He told the Eagles PR staff, I'm tapping out. It's got nothing to do with anybody here. Okay. I honestly, I don't know. It is the greatest mystery. The Bermuda Triangle landed on Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the minute after Gabe Davis went one way and Josh Allen threw another way in overtime in Philadelphia. Because if they connected on that, Philadelphia would have lost every single game the rest of the year. With the exception of that one game where they lucked out on Christmas against the Giants. When Tommy Cutlets handed it off to Tyrod Taylor and he turned into Phil Simms and Hostetler and Eli Manning all rolled into one. I don't know what the hell happened. And Jeff Lurie's got to sit there and go, if we're changing the offensive and defensive coordinators, are you the one to hire them? Because you got 2 years left on a deal, and I'm wealthy enough to eat it and go get Bill Belichick, who's sitting out there. That's the crazy thing, too, is that this is the most decorated group of coaches interviewing for jobs, like Belichick apparently did with the Falcons yesterday. Words I never thought I would see tweeted out by the Atlanta Falcons. We have interviewed Bill Belichick for a head coaching position.
It was so bizarre.
What the hell?
That pops up in your timeline, and you're like,
Wait a minute.
Is this an ad?
That's
Is
like
this
the-
like Spoof the Onion? What is happening
That's
right
like the 28-3 of coaching searches.
Oh, my God.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.